Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool and welcome to Oblivion Remastered. It has been a long time since I last played Oblivion. I played it as a kid when it came out. I got it shortly after it came out. Played through it and loved it. I've played my history with the Elder Scrolls. I played Morrowind plenty as a kid, not much recently. I think I've installed it a few times. Played Oblivion basically when it came out, but I don't think I've really gone back to it. And then I've played plenty of Skyrim over the years. So I'm excited to get back to Oblivion. There were a lot of things that Oblivion did better than either of the other two Elder Scrolls games. And I think the thing I remember most is the quest lines. I don't necessarily remember the quests themselves, but Oblivion had masterfully made quests that were individually placed, as opposed to Skyrim that has their Radiant quest system, where it creates sort of an infinite number of randomly generated quests that effectively all boil down to go to X location and grab Y item, or go to X location and kill Y boss. Like, one of the two options. Oblivion, they put so much effort into crafting finely tuned quests that I'm excited to get in and see them again, as well as the quest lines. My favorite two quest lines of all Elder Scrolls that I've played is Oblivion's Dark Brotherhood and Thieves Guild. And so, while I remember vague things about Oblivion, there is a lot that I don't remember, and a lot of the details, like specific details, I don't remember. So it'll be good to go back and play it. But yeah, I guess that's my history of the game. So for now, let's just jump in and see what this remaster is all about. Start a new game? Yes. Take it away, Emperor.
I was born 87 years ago. For 65 years, I've ruled as Tamriel's emperor. But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams. I have seen the gates of Oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see. Behold, in darkness, a doom sweeps the land. This is the 27th of last seed, the year of Akatosh 433. These are the closing days of the Third Era and the final hours of my life.
With that in mind, what am I thinking about for a character? With my memory of Oblivion, I think they had a pretty intricate magic system, which I want to dig into. So I want to play a character capable of magic, though not a complete mage. Probably still have some skill with weapons and armor. I don't think any of the Elder Scrolls, and certainly not Oblivion, I don't believe, have any sort of penalties for wearing armor with magic. So the question is, do I go with something that is sort of neutral of magic versus physical skills? Something like a Dunmer? I can't tell from the portraits who's who. Ah, you'd be the Dark Elves, yeah. They, I believe, were... Can you not see their stats? There we go. Stats. I think they were fairly even all around. They've got some magic, but they also have some physical skills. But part of me is thinking something like a Breton, which is a lot more magic focused. Yeah, and they even have a magic bonus. They aren't necessarily designed to be warriors. They do have a endurance penalty. Is that the same? Yeah. So for this one, we lose strength but gain speed. That endurance penalty is going to be a bit rough, but the magic bonus does sound nice. I'm thinking we go Breton. So in the old Oblivion, they had different stats allocation based on gender of your character. Seems with the remaster, they wanted to get away from that. So they instead created 2 different origins for the stat distributions, and you can choose the gender regardless of how you want, which I think is a reasonable choice. Some people are going to complain about any change that they made to Oblivion, but I think it's a fine choice to move the stats away from being tied to gender so people can play whatever they want. So I think I will go Breton. And we'll go with the Sistrus. I don't know the pronunciation there. But to get the strength bonus, I'll take the speed penalty. And I guess I'm going to go through building the character and then cut back to that so you guys don't have to wait as I fiddle around with all the various dials and whatnot. So let's see what I end up creating. Alright, welcome back. This is our Breton, Perian. Has a good grasp of spellcasting and magics, and has the higher strength of the 2 origins. Let's see how this goes. Are you sure you want to select the race Breton? Yes. So we can move around. Block, punch. Shift to run.
Skin, snotty expression. You're a Breton. The masters of Magica, right? Nothing but a bunch of stuck-up snobs with cheap parlor tricks. Go ahead. Try your Magica in here. Let's see you make those bars disappear. No? What's the matter? Not so powerful now, are you, Breton? You're not leaving this prison till they throw your body in the lake. Oh, that's right. You're going to die in here, Breton. You're going to die. Hey, you hear that? The guards are coming. For you.
Boris, lock that door behind us.
The guards are coming for us. Let's see, we should have some starting magic. Clairvoyance. Dragon skin. Greater power, so that's something we got from our race. Once per day gives us 50% shield. I don't know exactly what shield does. A healing spell. Okay, we have a flare spell. That's neat. This is all of our magic. Just trying to learn the menu before we actually get into what all's going on. We have a 45 Magicka as a Breton that gives us 50% magic, or 50 points of magic, and then a resist magic that gives us 50% resistance, which is really nice. Inventory, we have wrist irons and sackcloth clothing. Fantastic. Alright, well, let's see where this storyline goes. Okay, we do have magic in here, and that looks good.
They were attacked.
No, they're dead. I know it.
What's this prisoner doing here? This cell is supposed to be off limits.
Usual mix-up with the watch.
Never mind. Get that gate open. Stand back, prisoner. We won't hesitate to kill you if you get in our way.
You, prisoner, stand aside. Over by the window. Stay out of the way and you won't get hurt.
Okay. I would rather not get hurt. I'm just here.
No sign of pursuit, sir.
Stay put, prisoner.
Good. Let's go. We're not out of this yet.
You. I've seen you. Let me see your face. You are the one from my dreams. Then the stars were right. And this is the day. Gods give me strength.
I think in the original Oblivion, they sort of did a zoom in on the face. This one seemed to just sort of cut to the zoomed in mode, which I think is better. And they also definitely have better faces than we saw in the original version. Still, the faces look a little uncanny, but I think it's fine. What's going on?
Assassins attacked my sons, and I am next. My blades are leading me out of the city along a secret escape route. By chance, the entrance to that escape route leads through your cell.
Why am I in jail?
Perhaps the gods have placed you here so that we may meet. As for what you have done, it does not matter. That is not what you will be remembered for.
And who are you?
I am your emperor, Uriel Septim. By the grace of the gods, I serve Tamriel as her ruler. You are a citizen of Tamriel, and you too shall serve her in your own way.
What should I do, or I go my own way? I go my own way.
So do we all. But what path can be avoided whose end is fixed by the almighty gods?
Please, sire, we must keep moving.
Meanwhile, I'm like, there was a button there that would open a secret passage?
Better not close this. There's no way to open it from the other side.
This doesn't concern you, prisoner.
Looks like this is your lucky day. Just stay out of our way.
I will do so. I'm just chilling. You can keep walking. I'm not going to get in your way.
Stand aside, prisoner.
I am standing aside, thank you. Just seeing if there's any loot around in these side passages. You never know.
Close up left. Protect the Emperor.
For the Emperor!
The captain's down. Die!
Tell me what you...
Are you all right, sire? We're clear for now.
Captain Reno?
She's dead. Sorry, sire, but we have to keep moving.
How could they be waiting for us here?
Don't know, but it's too late to go back now. Don't worry, sire. We will get you out of here.
They won't be the first to underestimate the blades. I'll take point. Let's move.
That is a nice sword. I will take it.
You stay here, prisoner. Don't try to follow us.
Okay. You're sure I can't go with you? Okay. The wall is opening. We don't really want that. So we'll use the Akaviri Katana just as something to block with. Okay. Yeah. Casting spells takes a bit from when I click to when the spell actually goes out. To some extent, it's the same with attacking with our sword. Does that art take all? Perfect. Gotta relearn how everything works. I am not clicking the right buttons. In your journal, you can see your character attributes, equipment, etc. Sure. Any other rats in here? Hello, you. Nice. Some arrows, some lockpicks, basic armor. Probably don't need more torches. They don't weigh anything, though, which is nice. So I suppose I'll grab it. I'm thinking I'm going to go heavy armor rather than light. Is my long-term goal. But for now, we'll use what we have. Alright, we've got the old Oblivion lockpicking minigame. Equip the bow, they say. I can do that. There was a way to favorite things. Show details. Drop stack, shift to drop. How do we favorite? If I want to be able to quickly switch to the bow. There it is. Okay. Let's say I want the sword able to be brought out quickly. The bow there. And my switching between flare or healing. Yeah. Seems simple enough. Hello, Goblin Shaman. Chameleon Scroll, neat. Club. Do I want to focus on blunt or blade? I kind of like the idea of going with axes rather than swords. I always do sword and board in most of these games, so going with something else does sound like it'd be a bit different. I think there was also some way of like picking up things in the environment. Yeah, okay. Couldn't remember exactly how that worked. Oh, we have the wrong spell set. That's fine. Gotcha. Clairvoyance can guide you towards the next step of your journey. I don't think I've ever used that. Any other rats around? Part of me is trying to decide what difficulty I should be playing this on. Currently I've got it on medium difficulty, whatever the middle option is. If it's too easy, maybe I'll try updating to a harder difficulty, because this certainly isn't my first Elder Scrolls game. But I don't know how the difficulty is balanced, necessarily, in this game. I'm assuming what we already had was a rusty iron bow. Yeah, so I don't need an extra one of those. But armor-wise, let's throw on some heavy armor so that if we get hit, we start boosting that. And might as well throw on a shield so that we can boost our block as well. Keep just trying to click E again out of the menu, and it doesn't pick things up. Oh, hello, friend. Don't think we need the bone or the skull, but oh, I grabbed the skull anyway. Let's drop that. There we go. And the rat meat and mort flesh, I think, can be used as alchemy ingredients. Not sure how deep I'm going to go in alchemy, but good to keep it as an option. Okay, I did manage to kill you. Yeah. So far, not really having any sort of trouble, but this is to some extent a tutorial area. Barely gotcha, but I gotcha. Ooh, 3 difficulty. Nope. How many lockpicks do I have? 18. Okay. This is feeling... I don't know, it feels a little slow to push up the pins from when I'm moving my mouse. There's a minor delay. Ah. Come on. There we go. There we are. Loot you. Big two-handed weapon. Do I want to go two-handed as opposed to sword or, you know, one-handed and shield? Weighs 30. I don't know if I can really justify that. We'll grab the cheese off the ground because old cheese in a pile of sludge in a dungeon is definitely my favorite food. If I pick that up, how are we doing carrying capacity wise? 189 to 200 already. Yikes. Let's put on the helmet, grab the heavy shield. We're still missing boots. And I suppose might as well drop my wrist irons. That way no one can tell I'm a prisoner. So we're missing gauntlets as well. Let's get rid of all of those things that we're not using. They're just weighing me down. No, I don't think, at least for now, does 1 point more damage for an insane amount of weight. Don't think I can justify that at the moment. Oh, hello. Barely saw you. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna go for some sort of like arcane knight sort of character. I remember these coins sitting there. Vague things are coming back to me from playing this as a kid. There's something... Oh, is that the quest marker? It's like there's something on my compass that I've just noticed. Couldn't tell if that was an enemy. Oh, okay. I thought I killed you, but clearly not. Grab the ale. There weren't any other chests in here? No. The lighting is very different, but it does look good. Like, it used to be that everything just sort of had a neutral glow, rather than specific point lights. It looks good. Again, I don't know how much I'm going to get into alchemy, but if I choose to, then it makes sense to pick up the mushrooms as we're around. Thought you had a sapphire on you, or maybe that's in the chest. No? Thought there was like a ruby and a sapphire around this guy. At least back in the day. Maybe I'm misremembering. Certainly can't remember everything. Ooh, cool spiderweb. I do like the picking plant effect. They used to just disappear. I think here they used to have a tutorial for sneaking, if I'm remembering the location we're at. Yeah. There it is. Oh, barely missed. Need to lead him a bit. Luckily, he didn't notice the giant fireball flying past his shoulder. Because that would have been awkward. Where are you, friend? Why do you walk that way? Oh, grab the lockpicks. I don't know why I think just re-clicking E is going to grab the items. Need to realize that's not the case. Yes, we can now craft our own stuff. Alchemy. And here's one that always amused me as a kid is why did someone lock lockpicks inside of a chest? It's an odd choice. Bear pelt, gold. Nice. I don't need your iron shield. You had a weapon. Iron dagger. You don't weigh that much. So yeah, we could have snuck forward, broken the trap, and knocked that on him. But I didn't, of course. How much rat meat do I have on me at this point? Probably a lot. Oh, there's an auto attempt. Huh. Not going to use the auto attempt. But it's neat to know it's there. I might use it at some point, maybe, but... Always fun to do. I do like the various traps they have littered about. I don't remember how prevalent that was in Oblivion. If that's just something they very rarely use and are just showing off in the tutorial as a thing that's available, or if it does show up regularly in the rest of the game. You had... Was that a rusty axe? A non-rusty iron war axe. We are encumbered. Not a huge surprise there. You cannot carry any more items. Yeah. Let's see. Iron mace or iron war axe? What about the mace? Get rid of the rusty stuff. Sure. That gives me a bit of carrying capacity again. Did I just hear an enemy? No. I remember this area. Specifically, I remember a goblin shaman with a staff that would obliterate me. Let's try and take it a bit slow. Not wanting to be overly focused on stealth, but... Don't want to be careless. She was over there. Maybe that's her. Oh. Hi there. There you go. I'm holding the shield hoping that I can cast a spell behind it, and it doesn't seem to work that way. They're not actually doing any real damage to me, though. Am I just auto-healing too quickly? Actually, I resist 50% of magic, so she probably isn't actually that scary. Let's try. Just go for it. Okay. Yeah, I probably need to increase the difficulty. Because that... Am I still not taking damage? How is that possible? How can I see the actual numbers? 66 of 66. Huh. That's weird. Maybe this is where the sapphire comes from that I was remembering. Right, and your staff was awesome. I can equip that, and then that allows me to shoot. It's 5 points of damage. That's not... How good is that? Compare it to Flare. Flare's 6 points. Okay. Worth a ton. But I believe that this gets drained with time. So eventually I'd have to recharge it. With a soul gem, assuming it works like other Elder Scrolls games. You're... not super valuable. I'm looking at the weight versus gold. And so it's a 1-to-1. So maybe I won't pick that up. Save my inventory capacity for things that have more value than their weight. And I think we have some rats down here as well. Nothing in there. Yeah, there's some rats. I think I've already looted all the goblins. You're empty. You're empty. Okay. Might as well work on our skills. Oh, hello. These must be tamed rats, because they did not attack me. Alright, how do I get out of here? That raised my acrobatic skill already. Huh. Just a couple of jumps. And yeah, I know I could be skilling by just jumping constantly, but that seems like it would be annoying to watch. So probably not going to do that, which means my acrobatics is going to go up slower than if I was playing on my own and jumping around everywhere.
Protect the Emperor until help arrives.
Help? What makes you think help?
Hello, friends.
More of those bastards.
Here they come
We
again!
need to get the Emperor out of here.
Glenroy, over here! Damn it! It's that prisoner again! Kill him! He might be working with the assassins.
No, I'm good.
No,
I'm good.
he's not one of them. He can help us. He must help us.
I'm not here to fight you.
As you wish, sire.
They cannot understand why I trust you. They've not seen what I've seen. How can I explain? Listen, you know the Nine, how they guide our fates with an invisible hand.
I don't know, I don't think about it. I'm not on good terms with the gods. The Nine guide and protect us. I'm not on good terms with the gods. Seems like a fair thing to say as a criminal who's been caught and left in prison for an unknown reason.
I've served the Nine all my days, and I chart my course by the cycles of the heavens. The skies are marked with numberless sparks, each a fire, and every one a sign. I know these stars well, and I wonder, which sign marked your birth?
Fortify strength and endurance could be good because that would offset some of the penalties we have as our race. Just boosting our magicka even more could also be great. Agility, luck, and speed. Luck is really hard to raise. And our speed is tanked because of our race. Weakness to magic I don't want to deal with. That sounds real bad. Visibility for 60 seconds. I can get spells to do that. Forces undead to flee in horror. Restores 200 points of health once per day. Fortify magicka, spell absorption, but stunted magicka. Stunted magic I don't want to deal with. The spell absorption's cool, and the fortify magicka is really cool. Unlocks an average difficulty lock once per day. No, I can learn to pick locks or just get a spell for it. 5% of all incoming damage for 120 seconds. 5% is really tiny. Willpower and endurance. Paralyze a target. No, I'm thinking probably... Probably the warrior. I think for my intended build, this is going more towards that goal, and it will shore up some of my weaknesses. We've already got the magicka boost from our race. And while luck is hard to get up, luck is also not super important, I don't think. Just as minor bonuses to a bunch of random stuff. The penalty to speed that we have that we're not building up here is going to be annoying, but not the end of the world. We'll go with the warrior.
The signs I read show the end of my path. My death, a necessary end, will come when it will come.
What about me?
Your stars are not mine. Today the warrior shall prove a stalwart companion when fortune fades.
Can you see my fate?
My dreams grant me no opinions of success. Their compass ventures not beyond the doors of death. But in your face I behold the sun's companion. The dawn of Akatosh's bright glory may banish the coming darkness. With such hope, and with the promise of your aid, my heart must be satisfied.
Aren't you afraid to die?
No trophies of my triumphs precede me, but I have lived well, and my ghost shall rest easy. Men are but flesh and blood. They know their doom, but not the hour. In this, I am blessed to see the hour of my death, to face my apportioned fate, then fall.
That would be so rough to know, to have seen and know when your death is and just calmly walk towards it. I don't know if I could do that. Not unless I had a very good knowledge of, I don't know. He knows something about what the future brings to where he's willing to just accept that, because most people would run. But I guess that's the point of having more vision of the future. Where are we going?
I go to my grave. A tongue shriller than all the music calls me. You shall follow me yet for a while. Then we must part.
You may as well make yourself useful. Here, carry this torch and stick close.
I'd rather not carry a torch, if I'm honest. I would rather hold my shield. The blades, who are they?
We're the Emperor's bodyguards. Our job is to get him out of situations like this. Although I admit, things are not going according to plan.
Yeah, you guys are not having the best time. And the Emperor?
My job is to make sure the Emperor gets out of here alive, and I intend to do it.
He doesn't seem to think your chances are great, but I wish you luck.
Stick close and let us do our job, and you'll be all right.
Doesn't look like there's any valuable loot on any of them. Yeah, I'm just following. You don't need to turn around and look at me. You can trust me with a mace at your back. Oh.
Emperor's in danger.
That was not the spell I was wanting.
The Emperor's in danger.
I'm seeing the sparkles that like rise up after they die, thinking there's enemies still up there, and there's not. So they just have robes. Some of them have potions, but... Oh, you did. So I want to check them all, but in general they just have their cloaks.
God's blood.
The Emperor's in danger.
Talos preserve us.
Too late. I'm trying to help, but you guys are getting ahead of me. And I also want to look around. Wow, we are so slow. But yeah, I want to look around to see if there are any chests or anything, because you guys are clearly skipping a bunch. Eh, not a bunch. Yeah, but some.
Hold up. I don't like this. Let me take a look.
What do you sense?
Looks clear. Come on. We're almost through to the sewers.
I'll just casually guard over this door for no particular reason.
Damn it! The gate is barred from the other side. A trap!
What about that side passage back there?
Worth a try. Let's go!
I don't know if enemies will not spawn until I follow them. It's probably the case.
What's your call, sir?
I don't know. I don't see any good options here. They're behind us. Wait here, sire.
Wait here with the Emperor. Guard him with your life.
I will do my best.
For the Emperor!
Hi, Emperor.
I can go no further. You alone must stand against the Prince of Destruction and his mortal servants. He must not have the Amulet of Kings. Take the amulet, give it to Joffrey. He alone knows where to find my last son. Find him and close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
Alright, we did not do a good job of protecting the Emperor.
No. Talos, save us.
I mean, I tried. But I wasn't able to cast my spells until it already happened.
We failed. I failed. The Blades are sworn to protect the Emperor. Now he and all his heirs are dead. The amulet. Where's the Amulet of Kings? It wasn't on the Emperor's body.
The Emperor gave it to me.
Strange. He saw something in you. Trusted you. They say it's the dragon blood that flows through the veins of every septim. They see more than lesser men. The Amulet of Kings is a sacred symbol of the Empire. Most people think of the red dragon crown, but that's just jewelry. The amulet has power. Only a true heir of the blood can wear it, they say. He must have given it to you for a reason. Did he say why?
I'm to take it to Joffrey.
Joffrey? He said that? Why?
And there's another heir.
Nothing I ever heard about, but Joffrey would be the one to know. He's the Grand Master of my order. Although you may not think so to meet him, he lives quietly as a monk at Wizened Priory, near the city of Coral.
How do I get there?
First, you need to get out of here. Through that door must be the entrance to the sewers, past the locked gate. That's where we were heading. It's a secret way out of the Imperial City. Or it was supposed to be secret. Here, you'll need this key for the last door into the sewers.
The sewers?
There are rats and goblins down there. But from what I've seen of you, I'm guessing you're an experienced Nightblade. Am I right?
I don't know. Nightblade. Specializes in magic, willpower, and speed. Probably not speed. Acrobatics, alteration, athletics, blade, destruction, light armor, and restoration. You're pretty far off. Like, a lot of these I haven't used at all. So I'm kind of surprised that that's how he guessed. I was thinking more like battle mage or spell sword. If we go battle mage, I'm probably going to build my own, but strength, intelligence, alchemy, alteration, blade, blunt. Having blade and blunt? Conjuration, destruction, mysticism. Why would you take 2 weapon skills? And what about spell sword? Blade and block, that's good. No blunt. Heavy armor, destruction, illusion, restoration. This one's actually pretty good. But yes, we're going to create a custom class because why not? What about, if we look here, are there any that have some magic but are... Yeah, not really. I was wondering if there were any in the combat focus that had some magic. Because there's some magic focus that have some combat. Seems no. Let's create a custom class. It'll be magic focused. What's the difference between intelligence and willpower? This gives us more maximum magicka. This is magicka regeneration. Okay. Because I'm thinking strength feels pretty good for when we use our melee attacks. Although I could sort of forego the melee attacks, have them in a pinch, but mainly use spells, and instead focus on sort of defense and spellcasting. And I think there are skills tied to each ability, so it's odd that it's not telling me which ones are which. But yeah, maybe endurance and willpower. Because magicka regen, I think, is more important than just having even more magicka. So as for our skills, let's go heavy armor. I'm thinking block, but might decide against it. Armor can be cool, and then blunt could be cool. But I don't know if I need them as my major skills. As for our magic skills, certainly destruction and restoration. Absorb magic, reflect damage, dispel, move objects, sense life, reveal paths, bind souls. Interesting. I don't know if I need it as a major skill. Illusion. I like. I'm probably going to go with illusion for the purpose of being able to charm shopkeepers and people rather than working on building my speechcraft. As well as the ability to paralyze enemies. Sounds really good. Conjuration is super good. Summoning enemies as well as being able to summon weapons and armor. Or summon allies to help me, rather than summon enemies. Although I think you can attack them. So they could become enemies and boost your combat skills by summoning things and then attacking them. Breathe or walk on water, open locks, reduce encumbrance, shield yourself. There's some good stuff there. And then alchemy. Maybe that. So we're primarily magic focused, but we do have heavy armor and block. I could drop block. Do I think alchemy is more important? Probably not. And then stealth skills. Sneak could be nice. Just in case. But no, I think I'm going to focus primarily on magic and combat. Yeah, I think this is going to be our build. So we've got magic focused, willpower and endurance, and then heavy armor and block, and then a bunch of magic schools. And sure, adventurer sounds fair. Yeah, adventurer. I don't have a better name in mind. So yeah, we will be an adventurer. Are you sure you want to pick this class, adventurer? Yes.
I wasn't far off. In any case, rats and goblins won't give you any trouble.
After the sewers, then what?
You must get the amulet to Joffrey. Take no chances, but proceed to Wizened Priory immediately. Got it?
I do understand, thank you.
The Emperor's trust was well placed.
And what about you? What will you do?
I'll stay here to guard the Emperor's body, and make sure no one follows you. You better get moving. May Talos guide you. By the way, thanks for recovering Captain Renault's sword. I'll see that it is given a place of honor in the halls of the Blades.
I didn't say I was giving you the sword. I mean, I will, but I didn't say so. We've already searched you. So let's head over here. We'll unlock this door for them. And we can look at looting some of these bodies. Oh, the other guy also died. That is a shame. So it's just Barris who got out of here alive. Another chest. I should actually look at magic. Because with that, choosing our class, we gained a bunch of skills. Or a bunch of spells that we can cast. And I should be ready to cast some of them. So what exactly is shield? It doesn't tell me, just 50%. 5% shield on self. Minor heal wounds. Starlight is a light spell. Ooh, that uses a lot of my magic. But I do think I want you available. We have lost our melee weapon. That's probably fine. I'll protect ready. So then when we get into a combat, I can cast that. Cast you to summon a skeleton. Although I thought Oblivion was against undead. Like necromancy. So, not sure how this factors in. But yeah, we'll keep a skeleton around to help out in our combats. And yeah. And then go back to... I guess I probably do want to still have a melee weapon ready to go in my favorites. So we'll put you there. No, you there. Go back to our magic. Put you as 6. Sure. And get ready to go to the sewers. But I think this is where we're going to end our first episode. We've made it... Oh, goodbye, skeleton. We've made it to the point where we've somewhat gotten our freedom to choose our own path. We still have to make it the rest of the way out of the sewers, and then decide where we're going. Are we going straight to Joffrey, or are we doing a bit of exploring first? I don't know. We'll decide that next time. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye.